was going to leave him. She was tired, knew it was over when she stayed in Chicago as long as she stayed. He knew it was over. He killed her. He didn't even give her a chance.
This is Love Hurts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for future content. Katy, Texas is located just west of Houston. It is a vibrant city that boasts a growing population, excellent schools, and a strong sense of community. With its beautiful parks, recreational activities, and affordability, Katy has become a popular destination for people looking to settle down in Texas. And 36-year-old Valerie Junius from Chicago, Illinois, was one of those people. She was looking for a fresh start, and she chose this beautiful city as her new beginning. Valerie Junius was loving, joyful, and full of life. She was all about family. She was the mother of 6 children, ranging in ages from 20 to 4, and those kids were her entire world. She was a very good mother. Everything she did was for her children, their well-being, and their happiness. Valerie was married to 53-year-old Lawrence Reed. The two had been an item for many, many years, but family says the relationship was oftentimes rocky. Little is known about exactly what caused the conflict in the marriage, but according to sources, there were times when Valerie was extremely happy and content in her marriage, but more often she was very unhappy and constantly looking for a way out. By the summer of 2021, Valerie had finally had enough. She packed up and traveled back home to Chicago to stay with her family and friends. It wasn't uncommon for her to take trips back home, but what was out of the ordinary is how long she stayed in Chicago. Valerie stayed a full month before returning back to Katy, Texas on July 28th of 2021. Family says she returned with the intentions of breaking off her marriage with Lawrence once and for all. And detectives say this is exactly what set Lawrence off. On the evening of July 29th of 2021, Valerie and Lawrence got into a heated argument. This is just one day after she returned from her month-long stay in Chicago. During the argument, Valerie was on the phone with her mother, and her mother reported hearing Lawrence in the background telling Valerie that he was going to kill her and the kids. Moments later, complete chaos erupted when Lawrence grabbed a weapon and shot Valerie multiple times in the stomach and the arms. Valerie fled the home, but Lawrence followed closely behind her, ending her life in the neighbor's driveway with a single shot to the head. At that point, Valerie's 2 children ran out of the home, and Lawrence began to open fire on both of them as well. They both were struck by bullets, but luckily they survived. The same could not be said about Valerie, who was pronounced dead at the scene. She had been shot a total of 7 times. Neighbors could not believe their eyes. One neighbor even attempted to intervene and help Valerie, but he was told by Lawrence not to help her. After killing Valerie and shooting at the kids, Lawrence barricaded himself in the home. He threatened to end his life, but hostage negotiators were able to talk him out of the house after about 30 minutes. Lawrence was taken into custody, and he was charged with murder and 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
This is a tough one, Mel. The details emerging at this hour, quite frankly, they are difficult to hear. Eyewitnesses say that husband chased his wife out of this house after she had already been shot, and then shot her again as she was on the ground bleeding. He then, according to those eyewitnesses, took aim at her children.
As the sun rose over 2718 Roaring Oaks Lane in the Morton Ranch community, we heard heart-wrenching accounts of violence. Investigators say a husband killed his wife near the street.
I know I heard about 5 shots. There's 1 here and then 2 this way at one child and then 2 this way, and he hit that child. And then my sister said she heard about 4 or 5 in the house.
Ivory Jackson spent part of his morning cleaning the sidewalk. We could smell the strong bleach odor as he told us how he ran out of his house into the gunfire, attempting to save his next-door neighbor's life.
She had gunshots in her stomach, arm, And that's when he came back out. Don't help her. She's dead. I shot her in the head. So I looked in the head and, of course.
Homicide detectives say Lawrence Reed is responsible for a triple shooting. They say the husband took aim at his wife, Valerie Junius, around 8:50 last night, and then shot her 16-year-old son and 20-year-old daughter.
I hear all the kids now, and I see him come up, and he's like, talking crap to the kids, and he shoots that way, then he shoots this way, and I see the kid go like this. That's when I run up and like, man, dude, what's going on?
Just from what I heard, it was a pretty chaotic scene.
Neighbors like Alex Soto couldn't go home last night. Deputies say Reed barricaded himself in the house, leading to a 30-minute standoff with SWAT. They talked Reed out and eventually cuffed him.
Great people. I mean, when I talk to them and see them quite often out here with their kids, I mean, it seemed like just great people overall. Nothing that would indicate, anything like that.
We barbecue, they come over, they barbecue, we come over. It's never any bad times around here, It's always peaceful, sunny. You wouldn't think that would happen somewhere like this.
Reed is charged with his wife's murder and 2 counts of aggravated assault. Deputies say those children are expected to be okay. In fact,
Shortly after the murder, Valerie's family spoke with reporters and confirmed that Valerie was in the process of breaking off her marriage with Lawrence for good.
She didn't know she was walking into this.
A family emotional, holding on to each other as they remember Valerie Junius, who police say was shot and killed by her husband. Her cousin says Junius was planning on leaving Reed.
She was going to leave him. She was tired.
Junius was staying in Chicago, where she's from, with her family and friends for about a month. Her cousin says she returned home the day before she was murdered.
He knew it was over when she stayed in Chicago as long as she stayed. He knew it was over. He didn't even give her a chance.
She leaves behind 6 children, ranging from 20 to 4 years old. 2 of the children were also struck by bullets and survived.
A balloon release was also held in Valerie's memory, where her entire family and her children were present.
She's in a place where she has her wings, Father God.
There were prayers. Balloon release followed by tears, raw emotion from a family mourning Valerie Junius, a mother of 6, who family members say was always smiling.
My cousin was such a sweet person. She was a happy person. She was a joyful person all the time. There was periods of times when my cousin was happy with this man. But there was a lot of times when my cousin was not happy with this man. I urge you, if you have family that are in unhappy relationships, if you have friends that are in unhappy relationships, to stand by them, to talk to them, to check on them.
2 of Junius's children, one of them 16, the other 20, were also shot. Both are expected to make a full recovery. The 16-year-old bandaged up, still in attendance. Loved ones assuring him and the rest of his siblings they would do their best to take care of them.
My cousin was a very good mother to the best of her ability. She loved her kids. Everything she did was for her kids.
Such a devastating case. My heart truly goes out to Valerie's family, friends, and especially her children. They did not deserve this. If you are in a domestic abuse relationship, create an out plan and get out now. Once you are out, do not turn back. Turning back can cost you your life. As always, loves, stay safe. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, and hit that notification bell for future content.